Hi students, this is Botany PSR. In the previous class, I explained about underground stem modifications and aerial stem modifications. Today, we will discuss about subaerial stem modifications. What are the types of modifications? What are subaerial? Part of the stem is underground, some part of the stem is aerial, that is so called subaerial. Some part of the stem is underground, some part of the stem is aerial, that type of stems are called subaerial stems. If those modifications are called subaerial stem modifications. How many types? 4 types: runner, stolon, sucker, offset. What are they? Runner, stolon, sucker, offset. 4 types. So, few points I would recall. All underground stem modifications are useful for vegetative propagation. True. All underground stem modifications are useful for vegetative propagation. True. All aerial stem modifications are useful for vegetative propagation. False. Why? Because the only underground stem modification useful for vegetative propagation is bulbils. Remaining tendrils, thorns, phylloclades, cladodes, all those are not useful for vegetative propagation. Next, all subaerial stem modifications are useful for vegetative propagation? Yes, true. Okay. So, what are the different types of subaerial stem modifications? Runner, stolon, sucker, offset. All these 4 types are useful for vegetative propagation. One by one we have to learn. Right. What is a runner? See this diagram. See, this stem grows horizontally on the soil. The stem grows horizontally. The stem is somewhat weak. This is weak stemmed plants. These are weak stemmed plants. So that means there many nodes and internodes are present. When they touch the soil, adventitious roots are formed. So that is, they spread to new niches. New niches means new areas which spread to new niches and form new plants when older parts die. So like that they spread in all directions. That is forward direction, backward direction, front, back, like that. So that is, which spread to new areas when and form new plants when older parts die. Such plants are so called runners. Whenever those parts touch the soil, their adventitious roots are formed. These are weak stemmed plants. These are weak stemmed plants. They grow horizontally on soil and form adventitious roots at every node. So, these are the leaves. These are the leaves. What are the examples? Means underground stems in some grasses. Underground stems in grasses. Underground stems in grasses and strawberry. Very, very important. Grasses and strawberry and also oxalis and also oxalis. So, what is a runner? Which spread to new areas, new plants are formed when older parts die. That type of plants are called runners. These grow horizontally on the soil. When they touch the soil means adventitious roots are formed. Adventitious roots are formed. When here it is cut off means it leads an independent life when older parts die. Examples means underground stems in grasses. Example, dub grass, scientific name cynodon, and strawberry, and also oxalis. Next one, stolon. Let us see, this is the diagram. So, this is the main stem. From the main stem, this is the base of the main stem. Base of the main stem, base of the main axis, a lateral branch develops. A lateral branch develops and grows aerially. And again it obliquely it grows downwards and touch the soil. Finally, it becomes vertically upwards. So, it is initially aerial and finally underground. initially aerial and later underground, which grows obliquely downwards. This is so called stolon. So, where does this stolon is developed? Base of the main axis. A single lateral branch develops from base of the main axis and it grows obliquely downwards. See, a lateral branch arises from base of the main axis and grows obliquely downwards. Whenever it touches the soil means there many adventitious roots are formed. Adventitious roots are formed when the branches touch the soil. Next, initially aerial and later underground. What type of subaerial stem modification means? That is stolon. Here it is based on layering. So, layering is seen. What are the examples means? Jasmine, mint, nerium. Jasmine, mint scientific name is mentha. Okay, nerium. Jasmine, scientific name is jasminum. Mint, mentha, nerium. So, where does this lateral branch develops? From the base of the main axis. It grows initially aerial. This is above the soil, this is below the soil. So, initially aerial and later underground. So, this type of subaerial stem modification is called stolon. Example, jasmine, mint, nerium. Next, sucker. Look at this diagram, my dear students. From here, this is the stem. This is also stem only. This stem is so called, from here to here, this is the underground stem. This is the aerial stem. From the underground stem, one lateral branch grows horizontally below the soil. One lateral branch grows horizontally below the soil. So, and then it grows vertically upwards. So, it grows horizontally and then vertically upwards. So, here adventitious roots are found below the soil. Whenever it is cut off from the parent plant, it leads an independent life. So, that is initially underground, finally aerial. What type of subaerial stem modification means? You have to say sucker. So, a lateral branch arises from basal underground part of the stem. Basal underground part of the stem and grows horizontally and then vertically upwards. Initially underground, later aerial, that is sucker. Examples means banana, pineapple, chrysanthemum. Banana, pineapple, chrysanthemum. What is the code to remember? We are BPC students now. We are BPC students. B, BPC. B, banana. P, pineapple. C, chrysanthemum. Like that you have to remember. Okay. So, what is the difference between these two means? Initially it is aerial and later underground is stolon. But here initially underground and finally aerial, it is sucker. Examples of sucker is BPC, banana, pineapple, chrysanthemum. Examples of stolon is, that is jasmine, mint and nerium. Where does this lateral branch develops? From the base of the main axis. Where does this, here in sucker, where does this branch develops? From underground part of the branch. This is the underground part of the stem now. From this underground part of the stem, a lateral branch develops. A lateral branch develops from underground part of the stem. That is important here. So, it is initially underground, finally aerial. Last one, half sets. See, if you look at here means, so these are called the rosette of leaves. These are called the balancing roots. These are so called balancing roots. So this is stem is very much reduced into a discoid stem, disc-like structure. So here stem is not visible, and above the discoid stem rosette of leaves present. Below the discoid stem balancing roots are present. At the tip of balancing roots root pockets are present. If root pockets are lost means can they be regenerated? No. Root cap if they are lost means can they be regenerated? Yes. So root cap is a tight fitting structure. Root pocket is a loose fitting structure. Root cap is a tight fitting structure. Root pocket is a loose fitting structure. Root cap can be regenerated if lost. Root pockets cannot be regenerated if lost. Root caps found in majority of plants. Root pockets found in aquatic plants like Pistia eichhornia. What are those? Pistia eichhornia. From above the discoid stem, rosette of leaves present. Below the discoid stem, balancing roots are present. These are the leaves, no? From the leaves, axillary bud is present. From that axillary bud, one internodal branch develops which grows horizontal above the water surface. How many internodes are present in each offset? One. Here this is one internodal branch which grows horizontally on the water surface. That is so called half set. How number of internodes in each offset? One. So that is one internodal lateral branch grows horizontal above the water and contains rosette of leaves on upper side and balancing roots on lower side from discoid stem. At the tip of balancing roots, which are present? Root pockets are present. Examples: Pistia eichhornia. Pistia is commonly called water cabbage. Eichhornia is commonly called water hyacinth, also called terror of Bengal. Here what point you have to know means, in the axials of leaves, one internodal branch develops and grows horizontal on the water surface. So number of internodes in each offset, one. One internodal branch grows horizontal on the water surface, that is so called half set. Rosette of leaves present. Balancing roots present. At the tip of balancing roots, root pockets present. Root pockets found in, very important point, Pistia eichhornia. So if root pockets are lost, can they be regenerated? No, because their meristematic region is absent. Okay, will all these subaerial stem modifications are useful for vegetative propagation? Yes. When it is cut out from mother plant, it can lead an independent life. So runner, stolon, sucker, half set, all subaerial stem modifications are useful for vegetative propagation. True. All aerial stem modifications useful for vegetative propagation. False. That is tendrils, thorns, phylloclades, cladodes are not useful for vegetative propagation. The only aerial stem modification useful for vegetative propagation is bulbils. All underground stem modifications useful for vegetative propagation? Yes, true. That is rhizome, corm, stem tuber, bulb. All underground stem modifications are useful for vegetative propagation. True. All aerial stem modifications useful for vegetative propagation. False. All subaerial stem modifications useful for vegetative propagation. True. So this is all about subaerial stem modifications, my dear students. So please note down all these points and write it all those points in the notes itself. Okay. This is about subaerial stem modifications, and we will meet in the next class.